You clicked on this video because you want to know how to get 3 achievements related to tracking down the scientist, the very first mission for the Bug in the System Living World story for Gw2. So without any further ado, I'm going to get right to it and walk over to this green little pip here to start the mission, and I'm going to skip the loading screen because you didn't need to wait through that. Yeah, and now the loading screen is over, so the first thing you do is talk to Agent Kitto. And since you might end up doing this mission a lot here, because these achievements are quite hard to do, one thing I immediately recommend doing is going into the options, going over to the sound volume, and turning down the character dialogue to 0 like I have now. Because yes, the voice acting may be good, but this part of the game is completely unskippable, and you'll most likely be hearing this dialogue over and over and over. So yeah, the next part here, pretty much all you need to do is listen to them talk. You probably already know the story by now, or if you don't, you can listen to it. Either way, I'm going to skip ahead to some actual fighting and combat happens, because talking, you can't really lose anywhere there. There's no way to get defeated, so I'll get to the actual important stuff once that starts. So here we are, the first part of the mission that actually matters. You're meant to ambush this Inquest convoy over here and steal this whatchamacallit, Elite Specimen Transport Golem, or whatever you have it. So there's no real stealth needed here, unlike the rest of the mission. It's really just a case of go in there and take everyone down. For some reason, Bram and Rox here aren't coming along to help, even though they should be because they're with you on part of this mission. I'd say just, well, straight up ignore them. I mean, yes, they will help you fight, but just treat them as if they weren't even there. And in my opinion, the mission will go smoother, because NPCs in this game, due to my, well, from personal experience anyway, are a lot of times rotten at fighting and will actually sometimes hinder you, such as Bram moving enemies out of your area of effect fields with his stupid little Guardian move that most Guardians can do. Right, so that's the Elite Transport Golem well captured, and now there'll be some more dialogue where Rox and Bram will allow themselves to be chained up for story reasons. I'll just skip past that until the actual next part of the next part of the mission that actually covers the actual achievements. So I'll see you then. Right, so here we are after that short skip. Bram and Rox have both been taken away to be processed and de-fleed because you're trying to pretend that they're specimens here, which is great in my opinion, because that means they can't get in your way, because NPCs in this game have a tendency to get in your way a lot of the time. So, the first achievement we'll be going for here is the easiest one, which is Talk to the Fist, where pretty much you choose the combative option and try to smash up the Inquest as much as you can and kill them instead of actually getting past anything. So we're going to be doing the complete opposite of stealth here and running right into this attack drone's field and then immediately clicking the surprise option, making you fly out of the golem, at which point the Inquest will yell like, "Hey intruders," and then they'll try and swarm you, and the attack drones here as well will try and attack you. So yeah, as you can see, this Inquest here will be annoying and knock you down. I say, do the same back to them, knock them down. Yep, so that's really all there is to it. Defeat these Inquests here, and then once you've defeated all of these, just hop back into the Golem, and then run into the red fields down there from the attack drones create, and basically get yourself detected a second time on purpose. Choose the surprise option again, fight the Inquest again, and if that doesn't trigger the achievement, keep on choosing it. You only need to choose it like 1, 2, or 3 times, I mean 2 or 3 times, and you should have the achievement. But then the next question you probably have is, okay, I got the achievement, how do I get the other 2 achievements? Well, doing the Talk to the Fist achievement, where you choose the combative option, will lock you out of the other 2 because you are now detected by the Inquest facility. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to log out and go to my character select. And then immediately click play again on the same character and load back into the Desert Highlands, because now you can go back into the same mission you were in before and get the other 2 achievements done. Because the game doesn't care about how much progress you made on this mission here, it only cares about you doing the action, in this case, getting the achievement, Talk to the Fist, by choosing the combative option. So basically, you choose it twice, you get the achievement, you get out of there, and you get back in like so. Now excuse me while I wait through the same boring cutscene as before, because you don't need to see all that dialogue a second time since I already skipped it the first time. Okay, here I am after all the boring dialogue has passed. So, before I get on to this the actual mission, and don't worry, if you want to get to the actual mission, I'll put time codes in the playback bar of this video, so you can just skip right to it. But I'm gonna go over some quick tactics I use to actually complete this mission. So the first one I'm going to go over, and I know this is going to sound corny, is I'd recommend thinking and playing a little bit like an Azura or an Inquest. In other words, basically, do this mission smarter, fight smarter, not harder. So I was actually doing that already, because one of the first things I'd done was basically, by the process of elimination, I've already told you how to do the Talk to the Fist achievement. That leaves only the two other achievements left, which is Gatecrasher and I Make This Golem Look Good. Now, I really wouldn't recommend trying to go for Gatecrasher for the first time, because you have to reach the tracking network hub quickly without provoking the Inquest, and it's already hard enough to not provoke the Inquest at all and get the I Make This Golem Look Good achievement. Also, the reason why I brought up the hero panel is because I'm also going to show you a few tips I use to get past this mission, and also a few tricks. So, one of the first things I've done is I've gotten used to moving at a 25% increased movement speed, because right now, as you can see here, my armor set, the stats, like whatever it is, concentration, power, all those stats don't really matter too much. The important thing here is that I've got the Runes of the Traveler equipped. Now, they give you plus, as you can see, +8 to all stats. That's not really important. The important thing here is that once you have the 6th rune equipped, in other words, you got a full set of Runes of the Traveler, they give you a 25% movement increase. This means that you can this means that you can run to the end of this level quicker, which is good for the Gatecrasher achievement. Also, I find that it's easier to get past all the little annoying security golems that you see here if you're constantly moving faster. Now, if this is your first time with Runes of the Traveler equipped, then I recommend going and actually training yourself with moving fast if you're not used to constantly moving faster, because basically a 25% movement increase on your character is like having constant quickness applied to you, and you may not be that used to it. So what I recommend doing is, there's this one place in the Fireheart Rise map called the Pig Iron Quarry. You can look it up on the Guild Wars 2 wiki, and if you go there, it has a jumping puzzle. It's a kind of middle ground. It's not too difficult, but it's also not too hard. What I recommend doing is going to the jumping puzzle and trying to complete it with a permanent 25% move speed increase from Runes of the Traveler. What if you don't have Runes of the Traveler? Well, there are two ways of going about this then. One way you can do this is if you are playing a certain class. Certain classes actually have abilities or signets that allow them to permanently move faster, like Runes of the Traveler would provide. Two examples I can think of off the top of my head is the signet of, I think, the Wild for the Ranger. It looks like a foot icon, a brown foot icon. It's a signet. And the signet of a Locust, which looks like two bony fingers. And, well, it's called the signet of the Locust if you have a Necromancer and you equip that in your hotbar and don't activate it, then it gives you a permanent 25% movement increase, which you can then use to complete the Pig Iron Quarry jumping puzzle and get more used to getting a 25% movement increase. Also, one thing you could also potentially do is create a fresh character, level them up to level 80, choose this story mission, doesn't matter what armor you have equipped, you can go in naked because all you're trying to do is complete this mission without being seen, so combat is not really an issue. That's, I know that can be a big ask though, because you would have to use either 80 Tomes of Knowledge or use a level 80 character boost. You might not want to really throw that away. Another option that may be a little bit expensive is if you just go into the Black Lion trading post here, you can try and craft yourself or just buy the cheapest set of level 80 armor you can get. So how you would do that is you just go in here, then yes, I want chest, it's like a chest piece, and then you just go in and you set the parameters. So level range, level 80 only, and then rarities, you want exotic, and it has to be exotic by the way here, so the exotic rune of the Traveler can fit in, and then you just choose the cheapest one. For example, Brutus's chest guard, and you just don't worry about the rune of Afflicted that's already in there. You buy it for 30 or so silver, you equip your character in potentially one of the most garbage looking armor sets possible. You don't have to use any transmutations on it, charges on it, and there you have it. A really cheap armor set that you can just equip when you want to run faster for missions like this. Another thing, which I also recommend, is getting used to using the action cam. You don't have to use a controller like I do, but it is, in my opinion, really, really useful for getting through this mission because it allows really quick, precise movements. So this is me walking around without the action cam on. It's kind of like using, well, tank controls because I'm using a controller here. Normally, like, I'm gonna grab the keyboard and mouse now and kind of like walk normally, but here right now, I'm having to press W and D to go sideways and kind of do this strafing move. But if you have action cam enabled, even if you're not using a controller, you can just grab the mouse. Let's say you're grabbing the mouse right now, and you can make precise movements while keeping your camera angle the same. Let's say I wanted to move diagonally backwards, I can do that, but I can still look forwards at the same time because your mouse controls the camera angle, which is always locked a certain way. Now, that's really useful for getting past these annoying little attack drones. So the last thing I want to cover, I'm just going to put a quick jump cut in here, is how having other people in this mission can really help you, and I'll show you why right now. Okay, so here we are on the Gw2 wiki, and I want to draw your attention mainly to this stuff right here. So, if you don't understand what this means, this here describes the skills that you will have as the party leader. So the first person to enter the instance and start the instance will be designated as the party leader. You have all these skills that I will soon have in the mission I'm going to be showing you. So Tech Overload overloads the security panels, which are necessary for completing puzzles. It's pretty much like an electric EMP blast that goes out of your golem, and you're meant to hit a bunch of security panels in the level to turn off red doors, which were basically laser fields, and they're impossible to pass. If you go through a red door, like a red laser field, not only will it hurt you and hit you with burning, it'll also alert the other inquests nearby to you, thereby ruining both the achievements you're trying to get. Golem Stealth Generator will activate the Golem Stealth Generator, and then basically the Golem will kind of condense itself, go down to the floor, and you'll be immobile while using this. That's the important thing about it. And then you'll be able to kind of sit still and let the security golems pass over you without the detection fields actually like revealing you, which is really important. You're going to see it in effect soon. However, the other party members you have, and now this is the important thing, is they have Lay Booster, which increases the movement speed of all nearby specimen transport golems, which is you. So basically, if you don't have the Runes of the Traveler equipped, like I mentioned before, your party members can boost your movement speed. But the really important thing they have is Short Circuit, which allows them to short circuit the detection sensors of the nearby inquest drones. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you've got a few friends who are with you here, they can run around like idiots, and I don't know if they can get detected or not. But if they can get detected, they just have to concentrate on not getting detected, go near the security golems, and constantly hit them with Short Circuit here, which actually is really, really good, because that'll enable you to get the Gate Crash achievement by getting to the end faster, because all these security golems will be disabled. It'll also make you able to get the make this golem look good achievement by not getting detected, because they are constantly disabling the security golems. What do you do, though, if you don't have any friends, or let's say you got no one who wants to play this with you? Well, there is a tab in the Looking for Group tool. In fact, let me just put another quick cut in, and I'll get back to the game so I can actually show you what I mean. Okay, so here's the Looking for Group tool, and this is what I was talking about. Right here under the Achievements tab, so all the way down here past all these, you have something called Achievement Hunter Central, which is all about getting achievements and grouping together. So you could post something on this like, trying to get all 3 achievements and tracking the scientists, willing to help others if they help me. Then you can have a bunch of players go in here with you. Even if you got no friends you know right now to play the game, you could potentially make friends this way. All you really have to do is talk to some other people, get them in your mission, and then you can pretty much do like a tick for tack kind of thing. So you can say to them, hey, I want to get all these 3 achievements done. You help me do these achievements where I'm the party leader, and I'll do the same for you where I be the annoying little rascal who runs around the Inquest complex disabling all the drones when you're the party leader. And if all that doesn't work, pay them with money. You could post here in Achievement Hunter Central looking for people to help me complete this really annoying achievement, offering 1 mystic coin to each person, or even just 1 gold that's bound to get some interest. You pay the gold, right up. In fact, you pay the gold up front, you're going to look like even less of a scumbag, and it's not even going to seem like a scam to them. If some people leave, I guess you just know not to group with them again. But yeah, honestly, in my opinion, if you really want this achievement desperately done, throwing in-game gold at the problem might not be such a bad idea. Alright, now, time to get to the actual mission, once I've covered all that, and if you skip ahead with the time code in the playback bar, welcome back, I guess. So, these first few drones here are honestly easy to get past, especially with movement increase from Ruins of the Traveler like I have here. All you have to do is get up to this one console here, open it up, and then you're through. Ignore what Bram and Rox are saying. You don't want to get distracted by anything. Ignore what the Inquest researchers are saying. Just concentrate on the objective here. And that's also the reason why I have the voice volume at 0, because I don't need any distractions whatsoever. In fact, if this is all getting too distracting, just turn all volume of the game down to 0 and just play your favorite like spy movie soundtrack or something. In fact, in the description of this video, I'm going to list the soundtrack with a playlist from the Secret Agent Clank game, even though it's not, in my opinion, not such a good Ratchet & Clank game in the Ratchet & Clank series. The music in it is excellent. So what I've done here is not what you want to do, actually. So this golem here will go back and forth continuously, and you're trying to get through this part here before that like little ding, little noise sounds there, which means the whatchamacallit, the laser field is going to close again. Yeah, here's where it starts getting a little more difficult, especially since you don't have the stealth module unlocked right now. But you just go over here. Oh dear. Yes, you can see why I said the movement increase here is actually kind of good. Yeah, it lets you avoid golems like that, kind of just scoot your way around it. Now here, it gets really annoying because what you want to do is you want to get back here to this control panel over here, and then also activate a control panel somewhere over there, and then go through the place. But you can kind of, oh, wait, that is working, good. I couldn't tell because of the control panel wasn't sparking properly. Yep, and you know you're going the right way when there's a bit of extra dialogue from Timey. She's the blue text. And here, she'll start talking about the golem stealth field. So, how the golem stealth field works, and this is very important, and I mentioned this before, is you can't move when doing it. So the first time I tried to activate it, and I moved, and immediately the second you move, you disable the stealth field. So, yeah. I was caught red-handed at one point like that. Although, with the stealth field, I'd actually recommend being a little bit bold, so since the timer on it takes a really long time to tick down, and the stealth field lasts for quite a while, I'd actually recommend like running right up to one of these golems, such as this one here, and then like at the last moment there, you can see I was almost caught, but I wasn't there. You just get a little bit skilled at that, and this area should be much easier to get past. Yeah, then here we have a few more golems there, and this basically keeps on ramping up and gets more and more difficult. What I'm going to try and do here is, as you can see there, I was already caught, but I'm going to keep doing this because, well, frankly, I don't want to restart this entire mission. I guess you should just try and do this a little better than I am. I guess I could kind of blame this on the fact that I'm commentating this entire thing while trying to get past this area. Yeah, and here we have another one of these really annoying golems because it will kind of do this, as you can see, it kind of go like a little bit, not really diagonal, but kind of move like a knight chess piece, if you know what that is, kind of like an L shape. So that makes it really, really annoying to get past. And then in this room you have a few more golems. This part here is very, very annoying because the golem will go all the way up to this and then come right back. So what you want to do is you want to keep yourself stealth, wait till it kind of goes out of its range there, activate the thing, and then immediately run away before it comes back there. And this might actually not be that easy to do if you don't have a movement increase on. So that's why I keep on recommending it over and over again so much. There, as you can see there, barely got that one, but just close enough. Now with these two golems here, doesn't really matter. You can just didn't get that one, but yeah, get that one over there, and now up the stairs you go. I'm pretty sure all you have to worry about is this little red laser field. Yeah, good. So once that, even if that little red laser field there switches on, you're good as golden if you get up on these stairs because you already passed it. And now there's a few more golems you have to avoid. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but yeah, jumping is an option here. You're not actually glued to the floor here, as odd as it may seem. You can actually jump while in the golem suit, and the Inquest, for some stupid reason, won't even bother to, it won't even bother about you. Okay, so now, this part is so annoying, because I once got here without being detected, so I wasn't even detected by the Inquest once. I got here, and I wasn't able to complete the achievement here. Oh, by the way, you're allowed to get out of your golem here because there's no Inquest around. In fact, I think you need to access the tracking network hub. Yeah, so how this works here is pretty much, it's a pattern match puzzle. You see this big, like, hexagon or whatever, something going. It's got a lot of sides. I'm not bothered to learn to tell you about how many sides it has. You've probably already figured that out in math class and know more than me. The main thing you're meant to do here is slot each of these individual things in and make sure the colors line up. So, for example, the big gray square would take up the middle of this kind of diamond-shaped thing. I'll just call it a diamond from now on. And then what you're meant to do is you're meant to match up the colors on the outside. So you're meant to make none of them overlap. Each one of these colors is meant to slot in a certain one of these squares here, and they're not really meant to overlap. So this here is actually correct because you got the blue square taking up the top space and the green squares taking up these spaces here, but it's not correct down here because 2 blue are taking up here, 1 red is taking up there, which your green is already occupying, and there's a red here. So what you're meant to do is go over here and switch them until it is correct. I'm just going to get back to you once you've discovered the correct combination, or if you were going to that wiki page that I was at previously, I've actually I'm going to blur it out in the actual recording, but there is actually the option, the color-coded option, and it will tell you exactly what you need to enter to complete this part here. So I'll just get back to you once I've actually figured out the actual combinations, if you wanted to just see me do it instead. Yep, so here we are, after a lot of randomly mashing the button until the right combination just seemed to show up, because it turns out I'm actually not that smart at this little last bit. So anyway, you then submit the correct access code, as you can see here. And then you're meant to search for someone on the tracking network. So I'm pretty sure this is just a few more dialogue options with just choices, or maybe your character will just, apparently your character is just saying who they want to find and where they are and would you like to travel, and then I'm pretty sure this gate here will open, and then as soon as you've gone through it, you've completed this part of the story, and then you will have all the achievements. Well, you have all the achievements because I've shown you how to get past the golems, I've shown you how to get past the gate, I told you where to train, which is the Pig Iron Quarry in the Fireheart Rise, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Pretty much for getting the Gatecrasher achievement, all you have to do is perfect your route and try and get there quickly without being detected. And yes, you do have to make sure that you aren't detected whatsoever, because the moment you are detected, you will lose that achievement. So thank you for watching this quick guide here. Don't worry about this thing here that says this is not your active story and any progress in this instance will not be saved. Since I'm the only person here, this has to be my active story. So yeah, as I was saying before, thank you for watching this hopefully short guide. You now know how to get all 3 achievements, and I'll most likely make other guides similar to this. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.